Yo, 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 yo. What up, 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 people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big up to that 501 and that 317, big dog. We got a little boxing show for you guys today. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but I'm going to try to give y'all the best show I can possibly give y'all, like I try to do every single day. So big ups to everybody out there in the chat who was always supporting, you know what I'm saying, Mike on Sports. I appreciate it. We got a little Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz news. Could that fight be close to happening? Could that be a potential fight that we see in 2021? Also, we got this weekend's action. You know what I'm saying? We got Jamel Herring back in action. We have who else we got? We got Dennis Ugas in action on Fox. We're gonna touch on a little Eddie Hearn topic. We got a little Lawrence Okolie in the show. We got Jerron Ennis in the show. We got some Terrence Crawford in the show. We got a lot of things to talk about. So while y'all wait, I'm gonna go ahead and play the intro. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I get down, and y'all know what your boy is about. With that being said, with that being said, yo, Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Big Guy. Can you please do us a favor and go ahead and drop that beat on us? Yes, sir. Y'all already know. All right, because the beat I want to drop.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash, Michael Cross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all know sports, man. Mike Cross, the boss. This is Mike on Sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke support. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kell and the Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Cross, the boss. Mike on Sports, right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Cross, the boss. Mike on Sports. He call it how he see it. Either you won or you lost. All in, but do your research first before you call in.
Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, people? How y'all doing today, man? Hopefully everybody out there doing good. Hope y'all chilling. What it do, Mike Milzo? Yes, sir. What up, Watchman? Act bad. What up, Trey Miller? Jalen Abraham was good. Who else we got out there in the chat, man? Fresh BX, Trenton Jones, Snyder G, Nico 7. What's good, y'all? What's good, man? How y'all living, man? Hopefully everybody out there doing good. Hopefully y'all have had a good day. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man, I had a very interesting day. A very, very interesting day. Shit. Let me tell you about my day, man. So I got up, had some things planned, you know what I'm saying? Had some things that I had to do today, but I ain't get around to doing it, you know what I'm saying? Things came up, plans had to change, and I was kind of mad about it, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of mad about it. I was kind of upset about it. I'm like, damn, I had all these things to do, and I ain't able to like get them done. So I do what I do best. You know what I'm saying? I roll me up a blunt. I put that blunt in the air. You know what I'm saying? I got high. Then after I got high, I got hungry. You know what I'm saying? I got my stomach started to growl. Feed me, Mike, feed me. So I'm like, okay, guess I gotta get some food now. So I'm like, man, I'm tired of eating McDonald's and shit, man. I like this little Japanese restaurant, but When it's like dinner time, the price is like $35 for a plate. You know what I'm saying? During lunch, it's like 20. So I might wait till lunchtime one day next week and fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, you know what, man? Let me give me some Popeyes. Yeah, let me give me some Popeyes, man. I ain't ate Popeyes in a while. I really don't eat Popeyes normally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Popeyes guy. Not a big Popeyes guy. I went there, got me the 5-piece spicy tender meal with some Cajun fries with a little biscuit on the side, you know what I'm saying, with a Coke to drink. Then I was thinking to myself, like, right, my queue here at Popeyes, ain't no long line. Ain't no long line. It's going pretty fast. Why don't you go ahead and try you one of them spicy chicken sandwiches that people been talking about, that people been raving about? You know what? You fuck it. Fuck it, man. Wait, let me get that 5-piece tender and throw me a goddamn spicy chicken with that motherfucker, man. Throw me a fucking spicy chicken sandwich with that motherfucker. All right. Man, I got back to the house. They ain't had no lettuce. So I'm like, damn, this sandwich ain't got no lettuce, you know what I'm saying? So luckily I had some lettuce in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? So I done slapped some lettuce on that motherfucker. I said, all right, y'all. Let me see what all the hype is about. Let me see what all this hoopla is about. What's going on, Undisputed Truth? Nigga, when I tell you, I bit that motherfucking spicy chicken sandwich. Instantly, nigga, I started to smell. I said, hold up, nigga. Oh, motherfucker. I bit that motherfucking sandwich. Nigga, that motherfucker way better than goddamn me chicken filet sandwich. Jalen Abraham, you ain't lying, nigga. Nigga, hey, nigga. Charles, nigga, they weren't doing enough. Charles. I'm telling you, goddamn it. Boy, I ate that goddamn me spicy chicken sandwich. Boy, that shit changed my whole perspective on goddamn me chicken sandwiches. Nigga, I bit that motherfucker, boy. I said, motherfucker. Nigga. This the spicy chicken sandwich that they talking about? I see why niggas out here fighting and cutting in line and doing all this shit. Boy, I'm telling y'all right now, and I normally don't motherfucking goddamn boost up food like this. I'm telling y'all right now, I thought the best spicy chicken sandwich I was going to have came from goddamn Wendy's. No, sir. Nigga, my whole perspective changed on goddamn me spicy chicken sandwiches. Nigga, I bit that motherfucker, boy. I couldn't wait to tell somebody. I called people like, nigga, y'all had this chicken sandwich yet? This motherfucker, it's good. It's really good. I'm not bullshitting, y'all. If you ain't had it, nigga, you doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a fucking disservice. I bit that motherfucker, my nigga, boy. Nigga, when I bit it, I was instantly happy. Instantly. Then I was instantly sad, too. You know why I was sad? You know why I was sad? Because I only bought one. God damn it, I was like, man, I only bought one of these motherfuckers. Man. What's going on? I should have bought 2, 3. I should have bought 4, 5, 6. That motherfucker right there, my nigga, I don't know what they put in that nigga. I swear to God. I'm gonna tell you one last thing about this goddamn meat chicken sandwich so far. I don't know where they getting these chicken breasts from. But whatever Popeyes form these chicken are raised on, them goddamn chicken got some proper titties. Them chickens on that form got some proper titties, dog. Them breasts was motherfucking plump and full. Full breast. I'm talking about you back there motherfucking nigga juice, nigga juice all in your mouth. Them chickens on that farm got some proper titties. I'm telling y'all right now. I don't know where that farm at, but them chickens down there, nigga, walking around in D cups. They walking around in D cups. God damn. Double D type titties on them chickens. What the fuck is going on? It ain't no goddamn me flimsy patty. It ain't no flimsy patty. It's a full breast in your mouth. It's a full breast right there in your mouth. No nipple, but full breast though. Oh, hey. Goddamn chicken sandwich, boy, that motherfucker right there was goddamn me amazing. Proper titties on that chicken, I'm telling y'all right now. The titties on that chicken that I ate today, them goddamn me chicken titties, them motherfucker was, I'm telling you, they plump. They plump. Goddamn it. Them bitches walking around there swaying them motherfuckers or something. Goddamn. All right, y'all. I done went 10 minutes on goddamn me Popeyes chicken sandwich. But nigga, whew, I'm telling y'all right now, that motherfucker right there was good. Good. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get on to some boxing, man, because goddamn Popeyes got me turned up, nigga. Popeyes got me turned up in this motherfucker. This the chicken you had, nigga. You goddamn right. Goddamn right, Trey. You motherfucking right, nigga. Cluck, cluck, nigga, chicken. Whatever the motherfucker say. I don't know what the goddamn chicken say. Y'all know what chicken say? I don't know. It sound like a damn dog to me. But anyway. All right, man. So today I was reading a story about Luis Ortiz opponent on the Andy Ruiz undercard, and they made an interesting statement on that article that I was reading. The article is on Boxing Scene. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in. If you're watching me on YouTube, smash that thumbs up button. If you're watching me on Facebook, do me a favor, like and follow the page. And they gave a proposed date if both fighters come through their victory, come through their fights on the November 7th card. I believe it's November 7th. So Andy Ruiz is fighting Chris Arreola. I mean, Chris Arreola is a good solid heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Kind of journeyman now, kind of a tune-up for Andy Ruiz. And everybody pretty much expects Andy to come through that fight, even though Chris gave Adam Kornacki a good fight. I think we can all agree that we think Andy is a notch above Adam Kornacki and probably about 2 or 3 notches above Chris Arreola. So they're bringing Andy back on Fox. You know what I'm saying? Buffing up that card, putting King Kong on that card. You know what I'm saying? So Andy is pretty much expected to come through that fight with Chris Arreola for the victory. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Chris really giving Andy much resistance. I think as the fight gets to the 4th, 5th, 6th rounds, you'll start seeing Andy start really picking Chris apart. Because Andy, for a big guy, he does have some fast hands and he does have some good punch selection, and he pretty quick with his shit. You know what I'm saying? He may have some pop, but I don't know if he got enough pop to really hurt Andy or really push Andy back. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think Andy's gonna go out there and do a absolute number on this guy. And I mean, I'm not trying to take anything from Chris. Chris is, I mean, he's been there for a while. He's a decent heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, he really ain't on that level anymore. You know what I'm saying? He had his title shots with Severn back in the day. Couldn't really come through it. You know what I'm saying? Had a fight with Kaufman. You know what I'm saying? And he had a fight with Wilder, but got stopped. So he's not on that level. You know what I'm saying? We seen Andy get a victory over AJ, and that's what Andy been living off ever since then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I ain't got a problem with it. I do have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? You only one victory. You ain't never defended the belts. The next fight you lost. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Now, when it comes to Luis Ortiz, it was a lot of people's opinion that in the second Wilder fight that Luis Ortiz was pretty much doing maybe 5-2, maybe 4-3. Some people even had a 6-1 going into that seventh round where Ortiz got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He was really um I don't want to say controlling the fight because Wilder was in his bag. Wilder was like not he was trying to find that perfect shot. He was looking for that perfect shotgun shot they could set Luis Ortiz up with. And he eventually got it. But one thing that we have to recognize that Luis Ortiz has the boxing ability that many heavyweights in the division don't have. With his background as a Cuban fighter, with his amateur background, I mean, even with his pro shit too, you know what I'm saying? Even with his pro shit, you could say that he was winning both fights with Wilder, you know what I'm saying? He was winning the first fight before the stoppage, but Wilder, you know what I'm saying, proven time and time again the warrior, the gladiator that he is. No matter if he's down on the cards, on your cards, or whoever cards, he still can pull out the victory. But Ortiz, man, when you look at those fights, you're like Ortiz is a fucking talented heavyweight, a very talented heavyweight. But then on the other hand, when you look at the fights against a guy like Dave Allen, he left something to be desired there. Even though he got the stoppage on Dave Allen, it wasn't the kind of stoppage that we went like, oh wow, he stopped Dave Allen. It was more of a mercy stop by the referee than anything. And then when you look at a fight like a Travis Kaufman fight, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really look that great in that Travis Kaufman fight. Even though he got the stoppage, he didn't look overly great in that fight, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, sometimes Luis Ortiz leaves a lot to be desired. You know what I'm saying? When the competition he feels like is an easy shot, sometimes he doesn't come with his A game. But I believe I have no proof. I'm not in Luis Ortiz camp. I believe that he's going to be motivated for this potential. Because I want to say potential because Boxing Scene just said that they could potentially match up in 2021. So it's not a definite, it's not a done deal. But if you're PBC, this is a fight that you probably should make. That you probably should go ahead and go down the rabbit hole and do that matchup. You have a Cuban audience, you know what I'm saying? You have a Hispanic audience, then you have the Mexican audience, which is Hispanic too. I'm sorry. But you have both of those coming together, and this could be a potential big fight. I don't know if it's a pay-per-view worthy fight or not. Depends on how you stack the undercard if they match up in 2021. But I believe that this fight between Luis Ortiz could be a blockbuster on Fox. I believe that if you Ortiz look like trash against Malik Scott too. Absolutely. If you can put this on primetime Fox, I believe that you could possibly draw in between maybe 3-4 million people. And he's the first Mexican heavyweight champion in the world. He has a lot of clout from that AJ victory. His social media presence is growing and growing and growing. He's doing a lot of different sponsors and a lot of different endorsements for different brands. So I believe that Andy's stock is still on the way up. You know what I'm saying? He just has to keep on winning if he wants that. You know what I'm saying? To realize that true potential, but. If they're able to put this on Fox and not like a pay-per-view, I think it does big numbers on Fox. I really do. I mean, people seen Ortiz in the ring with Wilder on more than one occasion, so they know him, his namesake from that. And if they're able to make Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz, then I'm definitely intrigued by it because. At the end of the day, it's a damn good fight, man. A very good fight. Both guys are in the upper echelon of heavyweights. They are both respectable heavyweights too. They're not like oh, this is gonna be a trash fight, even though their opponents that they're facing, I mean. And we kind of get why they're facing these opponents, you know what I'm saying? It's a pandemic. Both guys ain't fought all year, so Al is not going to just throw him to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Right away. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? You wanna give those guys a nice little paycheck before you put them up against each other to see which one is going to knock each other. You know what I'm saying? From the plateau that he's at, and which fighter is going to take that next step to try to get back to world championship level and contend for a title. So I get that. But I honestly think, like, who would be the favorite? If the betting lines came out today, would Andy Ruiz be a favorite to beat Luis Ortiz? Like, let me know in the chat right now. Who do y'all have winning that fight between Andy and Luis Ortiz? Like, but barring what you see in November from both guys today, right now, who do you think will win? My guy Trey Miller says Ruiz got to be. Okay. All right. Kieran Betts says Ruiz. Jayla Abraham says Ortiz for sure. Ruiz some shit, man. I wouldn't call him no shit. Brandon Maurice, my guy, you know what I'm saying? He says Ortiz. So we see, look, I told y'all, man, it's a 50-50 fight. Bayside Boxing says Ortiz will be the favorite. Retros for Life says Ortiz by split decision. Like, and my dude said Ortiz unequivocally. He tried to give me a word that he didn't think I could say, huh? You think I'm retarded, nigga? You think I'm a retarded motherfucker? No, I'm fucking with you. He says Ortiz. Alice Loco says Ruiz. Watch him says Ortiz. So it's like we getting mixed reviews right here. That's why I think it's a good fight, because as fans, we can sit back and say who we think gonna win. We can go through the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's Ortiz's age is it his biggest weakness, and maybe Ruiz size and his weight issues that he had in his last fight could be his biggest issue too. And I really don't know. I really don't know if you damn right, Bayside. I don't know if is Andy actually training with Eddie Reynoso. I haven't seen him been working in the gym with Eddie. Every time I see Andy post something, it's with some other guy. I mean, I haven't seen him down in a Canelo camp. Haven't seen any of that shit. So is Andy really working with Eddie Reynoso? Have y'all seen him? Let me know. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Has he been in the gym with Eddie Reynoso? That's one of my biggest issues. We heard the announcement. We heard he's gonna be welcome to the team. You know what I'm saying? All this bullshit, but we ain't seen him. I ain't seen no video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no boxing training with Eddie and fucking Andy. Like, what is Andy doing? Is he refusing to come down to Tijuana? I mean, I believe Canelo trains in Tijuana. I could be mistaken. I know he got a ranch. I know he got a ranch somewhere. Jason Abraham said that's what's for clout. I mean, I know Trey Miller. I know training camp ain't started yet, but do you really want to wait to training camp to start with a new trainer? Shouldn't you try to get some of that experience and work with that trainer before training camp start? Okay, he trains in San Diego. My bad. I'm glad I got y'all here, man. Y'all keep me on my toes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know he got a ranch nigga somewhere, and big up to San Diego. You cannot pick a better spot to live than San Diego. But the weather is. I heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because I haven't been, but I heard the weather in San Diego is nice, nigga, year round. Like it goddamn me sunshine and goddamn me extra fine outside, nigga, year round. So. But with that being said, I mean, and that's even worse. If Andy ain't gotta get no passport to go to Mexico, like why you ain't training with them in San Diego? I mean, both of y'all in California. I mean, a flight to San Diego and for Andy to like get 1 week, 2 weeks, at least 3 weeks in. You know what I'm saying? Eddie tells you what he expects and tell you what you need to work on. I mean, for about 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I believe that would be good and vital chemistry for Andy, but I haven't seen Andy at all with Eddie. And maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself. But I would love to see Andy with Oh, damn. See, thank you. He said, yeah, it's worse, considering Andy is from El Centro, which is very close to San Diego, so he's not far. He's not far. I don't know why he moved to Vegas. I mean, come on. Come on, Ed, man. Loco, you know why he moved to Vegas, baby. He big time now. He Hollywood now. He a celebrity. He the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. People are groveling at his feet. They're kissing the ring. They're telling him how great he is. And they're telling him how great he is. They're telling him that Joshua ran from him in the second fight. They're pumping his head up. We know why. We know why when you get that big money, when all those big checks start coming across your damn desk, it's only going to make you the person who you always been. That's it. And you're just going to be 10 times more, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, Andy's always been a guy who had questionable training habits, who had questionable motivation for him to fight certain guys. Well, not fight certain guys, but to be in training and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen him with that tequila bottle in his hand. You know what I'm saying? He was getting tipsy. And ain't nothing wrong with drinking. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes when you're on the level of an Andy Ruiz, you have all that exposure and you have all that spotlight, maybe drinking out of bottles is not the best look, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you have discipline questions about you. Maybe going right out the bottle is not the best look, you know what I'm saying? Maybe putting that on social media is not the best look, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm just saying, I mean, I know that's kind of harsh because he's a grown ass man and he can do whatever he wants. But at the end of the day, it is a very, very critical world, and we all look for things to say and things to nitpick about. And as fans, I know it ain't the right thing to do, but it is what it is. My guy next up, boxing, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, big dog. How you living today, big dog?
What's going on, Mike?
With you, man. Let me get your audio right quick, man. That's my fault, not on you. Go ahead, talk to me, man. How you living?
Everything's good, man. Sorry, it was a little late. I was in traffic getting back.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's all love, man. Hey, as long as you show up, nigga, you ain't never late. I don't give a damn.
I hear that.
So we're talking about a potential matchup with Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. I was reading a Boxing Scene article that was talking about Ortiz's opponent and that maybe in 2021 that PBC would match up Andy and Ortiz. Right now, I asked the chat who they think would win. It's kind of split right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know what I'm saying, give me your first thoughts about that potential matchup.
I think that'd be a great fight, to be very honest with you. Luis Ortiz come with the southpaw, you know what I mean, good power, decent defense, and he's going to be the bigger fighter on the night, right? I think he's about 6'4", 240, 250. We look at Andy Ruiz, who's about 6 feet, 6'1", going to come in here about 260. Hopefully the high 250s, 260s area. But the shorter, rapid punches, almost like a Pacquiao style. He throws punches in bunches. He has decent power. I think it'd be a great fight. Personally, I think it's really going youth against experience. I mean, Andy Ruiz being the younger fighter, but the Cuban Luis Ortiz being the more experienced fighter to see how far the rounds go. I'm going to pick Luis Ortiz, late round stoppage. Because of the size. I think the size is going to play an advantage. Luis loves to come on the front foot. He likes to fight on the front foot a lot, with that with the right hand jab coming out there. So tell me what you think.
Man, bro, I honestly, man, when you look at it, I would have to say that there is more questions about Andy because we only see him, do it once. Even though it was a big time victory over AJ, he never really defended the belts in the ring, and he lost to Joseph Parker. When he first went for a title.
But that was a close fight, though. That was a close fight.
I went back and watched the fight. We did a film study on it. Joseph Parker realized how to beat Andy before AJ even thought about it. He was on that back foot, working that jab, 1-2 down the middle. Andy was not cutting the ring off all night. Hey man, my headset. I'm not even using my headset, bro. I'm using my microphone. You can't see it, but I'm using my microphone. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think if I had to see, I can't even pick because there's deterrence for like both guys. If you look at Ortiz, people are like, oh, he's old, he's 40, but he's really 50. You know what I'm saying? Andy is going to be in shape. That weight, we see them blow up against AJ, and we see him partying now. I mean, is he really going to be motivated for a Ortiz fight? And we got to see how Andy looks against Chris Arreola. If he looks like shit against Arreola, I don't really see them matching him up against Ortiz, but they might can. But at the end of the day, it's truly a 50-50 fight, man. It's like a pick 'em, bro. It's like, what do you like more? Because Andy got some good punch selection. He does have a good pressure, and he does have quick hands. But on the other hand, Ortiz got good footwork, got that Cuban background. He's a southpaw, so that could be land to be a little bit more difficult for Andy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know, man. I really don't.
I noticed that you didn't mention his power. You don't believe his power is anything?
Who?
I think Luis Ortiz. I think King Kong got good power.
I think, yeah, I definitely think he has good power, but I think in the heavyweight division, shit, you get touched by Andy or King Kong. Like if either guy land a good shot, they gonna knock each other out. Because we seen Andy able to put AJ on wobbly legs. You know what I'm saying? And we seen Ortiz in the first fight against Wilder have him really hurt in that round 8. You know what I'm saying? So I think the power is on both guys' side. I don't think one guy really has more power than the other guy.
You know, the knack on King Kong is that around the 6th or 7th round, he starts to fade. So it's whether or not who fades faster, who fades first.
Knock on Andy is, I mean, even though he's a big guy, he still has a pretty good engine. You know what I'm saying? We seen him. Only thing that and another thing about Andy, and he with Eddie Reynoso.
Yep, he just went over.
When have you seen him with Eddie?
He's on a beach right now getting haircuts, and
they announced the Eddie Reynoso months ago and shit. I ain't seen not one training video where he in San Diego. I ain't seen not one training video with him and Canelo and King Ryan. I ain't seen not one. I could be wrong. You guys can pull the video up if you want to, but I ain't seen one.
I agree totally. I've seen him actually take picture up after they announced that he's switched over and he's gone to Eddie.
Photoshop though.
And that was it. You know, he's living it up right now, man. Andy Ruiz is living it up. You know what I mean? A dream totally come true. Became a unified heavyweight champion of the world, the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, everything is at his feet right now. He is living it up. Honestly, I think Andy's moving like a civilian right now. Like he.
How long can a guy live off that though? How long can a guy live off being? I was the first Mexican heavyweight champion in the world. I defeated Anthony Joshua. How long can a guy really live off that before we start saying, "All right, bro, what have you done for me lately?"
Can I keep it 100 with you?
Man,
a lot of people might not agree with me, but this is just my point of view. Julio Cesar Chavez is a legend in Mexico. What Andy Ruiz just accomplished arguably could be better than Chavez's legacy, being the first Mexican-born heavyweight champion of the world. We're talking about the most prestigious title in boxing, the baddest man on the planet, the heavyweight
I got to disagree with you right
world.
You know why I just got to disagree with you right quick? The simple fact, and I don't want to seem like I'm trying to divide anybody because I'm not trying to do that. Only thing is, Chavez is a product of Mexico. Chavez Senior is a product of down there. He is ingrained in Mexico. Andy Ruiz is a Mexican American. I know it ain't much different, but I think people from Mexico look at him like as a guy. You know what I'm saying? Chavez Senior as a guy, and Andy, they happy, they cool with it, but.
Listen, I'm just picking the other
baby. You ain't down here from the beginning like Chavez would.
Nah, listen. Let me pick the other side of your brain because a lot of people not thinking with the other side of their brain. Think about it. He's a Mexican born, so he came to America when he was like 12, 13. Let's just say, you know what I mean? If you go back and look, he's like 12, 13. In between those times, he was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Still being in the village that he came up with. His father, if you listen to his father speak, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, they be going back and forth. That's what he said, Mom, I'll never have to work again. It's not like the Garcias that came here and the father was here and he devoted to being here as an American Mexican. You understand what I'm saying? He was going back and forth. That's why he got so much of a deep, and he wasn't born here. You know what I'm saying? He was born in Mexico. And you know what I'm saying? And what makes it different? Chavez made his money here in the U.S., and was going back and forth to Mexico, having fights in Mexico and the U.S. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, he got to continue it. I mean,
What Chavez live at?
Huh?
What does Chavez live at?
He lives both in the U.S. and Mexico.
Where did he live at more, goddammit?
More? I say he live in LA more.
He down there with his people down in Mexico, man. Where Andy living at? Andy is in Vegas and goddamn me El Centro, man. All thing I'm saying is, and I'm not Mexican at all, but from what I get, Chavez Senior is beloved. He is look like the next coming of the fucking savior. It's himself. He is the man down there. I bet he ain't got to pay for dinner nowhere he goes, and he has a real live legacy.
Yo, that's
Andrew Ruiz ain't got the kind of legacy. He got one fight. One night he was great. Chavez was great over his whole career. We got to see Andy be great over his whole career before you can put him in that high esteem with Chavez Senior, man. I mean, I get your argument. The heavyweight championship is a big thing.
That's like doing the first of anything, Mike. It's like doing the first of being the first to hold that. You know what I mean? But that's even because boxing is, you know what I mean, kind of woven in the culture of the Mexican people. I feel like that's such a big accomplishment. I mean, for Americans, being the heavyweight champion of the world is everything. Like, right? Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? I'm just saying the title. I'm not saying that he has a better career or he was a better fighter or he was more beloved by the Mexican people, or he has more clout when he goes to Mexico, you know what I mean, going from place to place, getting the acclamations that he deserves based on his performances. I'm just purely talking the fact of the accomplishment of just what he accomplished. That's all I'm saying. Middleweight champion in the world, super middleweight. I'm talking about heavyweight champion in the world. Like, when do you think you're going to see another Mexican heavyweight champion in the world?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying?
Down the road, but at the end of the day, he got to do more, man. He gonna be the only one.
But Floyd was the first billionaire boxer, wasn't he?
Senior,
wasn't Floyd the first billionaire boxer?
I don't give a damn about any of that.
Oh,
he's not gonna be looked at the same as Chavez.
I hear you. I hear you.
Heavyweight champion is good. He is the first, but Chavez Senior is a fucking legend.
No,
I can't say Andy's a legend right now. I can't call Andy a legend right now.
I'm not comparing their legacies. That is uncomparable. Let me get that out there right now. Chavez's legacy doesn't even. I'm talking about Andy's a baby compared to Chavez's legacy. Let me get this clear. Chavez is a legend. That's not what I'm disputing. That's not what I'm trying to pick the other side of your brain. Just purely on the fact that of the accomplishment. But we can move on.
All right. I get what you're saying, but man. We got Mad Ben coming in. He says Chavez had legendary fights. Andy had a legendary night. Never better than singing. Man, nice way you put it right there. I like how you put it right there. Yeah, that is true. One guy had a legendary night, and the other guy had a legendary career. So, yeah, man. Let's get to this right quick, man. I know everybody been out there like, Mike, you've been ducking this topic right here, man. You were a ducker. All right. I'm a ducker. Call me a ducker, man. Call me Duck Goose in this motherfucker then, nigga. Don't give a damn. But guess what happened? In the WBC Oh, yeah, y'all see. Let me make it big for y'all. They done put Sean Porter as the number one in the WBO, all right? One is Sean Porter. Number two, Virgil Ortiz. Boy, Virgil, boy, you better go sit your ass down somewhere before you get your ass beat. Number three, Mikey Garcia. Number four, Castillo Clayton, man. 5, Yordenis Ugas. Number 6, Mika Shoina. Number 7, Mikhail Zawalski. Number 8, Michael McKinnison. Number 9, David Avenesian. Number 10, Keith Thurman. Number 11, Jerron Ennis. Number 12, Yuki Bipu. Number 13, Igor Gabrielowski. Number 14, Chris Congo. Number 15, Lewis Crocker. Now, a lot of people out here are calling for this to be made. They're calling for Sean Porter to be named as the WBC mandatory for Terrence Crawford. And I'm here to tell you one thing. I'm here for it. I would love to see Sean Porter as the number one contender for this man right here. Man, that's world class right there, y'all. That is world class, man. You see the reflex, you see the speed on the punch, you see the goddamn movement, man. That is world class. And the crispness of his routine, man. Like he's in pocket the whole time. One thing that I can assure you, one thing that I am more sure of than anything in this motherfucking world, Terrence Crawford would not want to have 12 rounds with Sebastian Formella. Let that sink in. Terrence Crawford would not have won 12 rounds with fucking Sebastian Formella. Sebastian Formella, somebody who fought through Lonnie Minge, who ain't never been on this level. Never been on the elite welterweight level. Got in the ring with Sean Porter and won 12 rounds. And I ain't heard nobody.
I think he would have
out here giving Sean Porter slack for that performance. But when Bud have a slip or a mishap against Igor Kabalowskis, y'all say it's a knockdown. I call it a slip. We can agree to disagree. But what we gotta agree on, that nigga stopped that nigga. I don't give a damn who it was. And when you get in the ring with Bud, you get stopped. He ain't go 12 rounds with fucking Green Machine. He ain't go 12 rounds with goddamn Benavidez. He stopped Benavidez in the 12th round. All I'm saying is this, bro. Bud ain't going 12 rounds with no damn Sebastian Formella, and he probably won't go 12 rounds with Sean Porter. Make the fight. It's on you. Next up.
Mike's on fire. Listen, Mike, I gotta disagree with you, man. I think that Formella came into that fight purely to just survive. There was no tactic of trying to win the fight. When he realized that Sean Porter was just a level above the level that he was at, completely just wanted to survive. He did a good job with his slick boxing. I don't think Bud would have got in there, got an opportunity to stop him. He might have battered him a little bit more. I might agree, but nah, you can't put that on Sean Porter. Sean Porter got decent power, you know what I mean, and his aggressive style. I mean, I think Sean definitely should have done a lot better.
Some people, I'm gonna tell you one thing before I'm gonna cut you off. Some people in this world are killers, and some people are witnesses. Witnesses tend to survive. They tend to survive to tell everybody what happened. Killers, they ain't leaving no goddamn witnesses. Ain't nobody gonna tell shit, because them niggas is taken out the equation. For Miller going back, yeah, man, I had a good ass fight with Sean Porter. I'm proud of myself. I went 12 rounds with him. I did my family proud. Iggy's going back, man. God damn, bro. I can't really tell y'all nothing, man. I tried. He a killer. Be that same thing. I tried. But he a killer. Everybody's saying the same thing about Bud. I tried, but he a killer. No witnesses are left behind the scene when Bud's on the fucking scene. Sorry about cutting you off.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta agree with you, and the reason why I gotta agree with you because I'm an Errol Spence fan. Let me just get it out here right now. You're a Bud fan. I'm an Errol Spence fan. You know what I mean? I think in that fight, definitely Errol Spence.
I just hate when people put out false information. Stan Bailey, he did not bust dirty for PEDs. He did not bust dirty for PEDs. It was a cannabinoid in his system, and we all know what a cannabinoid is. Fucking weed. Like performance enhancing drug. He was just getting high during quarantine. Jerry Forrest, that is.
Yeah, so I'm a Earl fan, and I mean I think in when Earl and Bud fight that Earl's gonna win, but that's a conversation for another time. We could definitely debate that. But at the same time, I remember Sean saying to Earl, "How comes you didn't stop Mikey Garcia on PBC on Fox? Was it because you didn't want to, or because you couldn't?" So here's the question back to you, Sean. Why didn't you stop Formella? Is it because you couldn't, or because you didn't want to? Aren't you in the game of boxing to get people out of there? So I got to be on your side with that one, man. That's a fact.
I'm glad you brought up Earl because the next topic. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the title of the show.
You already know.
We'll get to that, but
you
everybody out there that believes Mike don't want Sean Porter to be named the mandatory, I really hope Sean Porter's named the mandatory, but I have a sneaky suspicion because the last fight that he fought was like a WBC eliminator or WBC something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's gonna go back down the WBC route and chase that Errol Spence rematch, or if he really gonna come down that WBO route. Take your 35% or whatever. We can negotiate. We'll give you 40%. Whatever Sean Porter needs to make him happy, we'll do that. But brother, I'm not scared of no Sean Porter, my dog. He just went 12 rounds for Sebastian Formella. Nigga, that ain't put no fear in my heart.
But you know Sean's gonna come in better shape though.
Sean Porter, it might be an early night. Go ahead, next up.
But Sean's gonna come up in better shape though. Sean
Porter is always in tip-top shape. That's one thing we cannot say about Sean Porter. He is always in tremendous shape.
But the shape that he's in versus Keith Thurman is definitely not the shape he's against Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? Two different types of fighters. You know what I mean? You know Keith's gonna move around the ring and Danny's gonna sit right in front of you. So I think for this one he figured. Huh?
And let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Outside of the Yordenis Ugas fight, name me a fight where Sean Porter fought differently.
When he fought against Adrian Broner.
I mean, there was I give you that. I give you that. I will give you that.
Adrian Broner was tapped.
I will concede his ass. But what I'm saying is, lately, the way he fought Thurman, the way he fought Danny, kind of the same. Same way he fought Errol Spence. Maybe Errol was his best looking performance, you know what I'm saying, out of those. Even though the Keith Thurman fight was a very, very, very solid performance too. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, he fights like that pressure guy and try to get on the inside and rough you up. And then one thing about Sean that I don't really, you know what I'm saying, necessarily like is that a lot of his shots come up a little bit short. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's throwing those hooks or throwing those jabs, like, damn, it's his arm not that long. And we all know Bud got some long arms. Bud would jab Sean Porter's head off. He's a better boxer than Sean Porter. He may be in just as good a shape as Sean Porter. And when everything is stacked up like that, both guys are about that boxing life. You got to go back to the skill set. And who has a better skill set? Sean Porter or Terrence Crawford? And I'm here to tell you, I don't think Sean Porter could even get close to the skill set of a Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I think Terrence is one of those special fighters in boxing, like Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Inoue. Those guys have a skill set where they can adapt to almost anything. Even though I think Teofimo got a great chance against Lomachenko, but Lomachenko is one of those guys that is highly, highly skilled. And when you get that, man, it's gonna be tough to beat you. Even though you will beat.
Hey, Mike. I know you're a Crawford fan, man. I know, but you're going a little too far right now, Mike. Mike, you're going too far right now, Mike. Because I feel like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, man, they all like in the same category in terms of skill set. You know, one fight is gonna be, have an IQ maybe a couple points above the other.
What has Danny Garcia done to even been mentioned in this conversation?
Beat the odds.
What odds he beat?
When the light's the brightest, he shows up.
What odds he beat though? I remember we talking about that.
When Lucas Matisse was the boogeyman. Hold on, Lucas Matisse was the boogeyman.
At 147, not
147.
Because we ain't bringing up what Bud done at 140. What have you done at 147 to make you that guy? You talking about a fight when he beat?
Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you exactly. I'm gonna tell you exactly. This is for everybody in the chat. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna look you right in the camera. Let me put my head up. What he did was every fighter that was not in the top 5, he knocked them out.
So we give him the credit for moving up Adrian.
I ain't doing that.
We give him the credit for moving up Adrian Granados, who we all know. We all can agree that his best weight is at 140. Adrian Granados is a problem at 140, not 147. So you give him credit for that? Are you giving him credit for fighting for a vacant title?
You fight who you fight.
Coming off a split decision.
You fight who you fight. You got the title. I want it. What you mean?
I can't give him no credit, man. I can't. I like Danny Garcia.
You know why? You know why? Because the WBC has a standard where if you were the champion in the division below or above and you want to drop down and move up, you get an automatic shot at the title. Being a former title holder.
But you shouldn't be fighting for a vacant title with a dude coming off a split decision. You know what I'm saying?
That's who was the next available fighter.
Goddamn Guerrero lost that fight. So Robert Guerrero, we give him credit for beating Robert Guerrero. We give him credit for going 12 rounds with Ivan Redcat, another guy coming up from 140. I can't give him no credit. I can't give him no credit for that. He ain't knocking him out.
But it's the same thing.
At least Bud knocking these motherfuckers out.
Oh man, like who? Like Cav Velasquez?
Everybody who Bud fought at 147.
He is on one leg.
Everybody who fought at 147 has not made a distance. Ivan Redcat, we see Gervonta Davis damn near had Ivan gone. Why they can do that?
That means that he ain't got the power they say he do.
Hey man, and Keith Thurman. I honestly think nigga Sean Porter beat Keith Thurman in that first fight, but that's just me.
I did too. I agree with you.
That's me.
I agree with you.
If I ain't really popping up Danny Garcia like that, Keith Thurman was awarded a vacant title. Mayweather said, nigga, nah, go fight Earl, nigga, then you fight me. He didn't want that though. He didn't want to do that though. You know what I'm saying?
He want that smoke.
Vacant title. Then he fought Danny Garcia. I'm not giving Danny no goddamn hype. I can't give Keith no hype for beating him.
But at the same time, though, you got to.
I would say this. He has Sean Porter on his resume. I give him that. I can see that. But Lopez made him look ordinary. Manny Pacquiao beat him.
Come on, that was coming off injury. He wasn't right. Keith wasn't right. Keith was on the check hunt. Just got married. You know what I'm saying? Just moved wife over here, living that good life. Keith was on the check hunt, paying all the doctor bills for his elbow and whatever else that Danny broke up in the fight before. That's all he was. He was just on a check chase, man. And he ran into the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? He ran into Riverside Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Almost knocked him out.
Whatever you want to call Rocky. If you put Riverside Rocky ass in there with fucking Terrence Crawford, he would not make it the distance. Those guys fight one way, pressure, and Terrence Crawford.
I agree with you.
It's
the same thing like Earl. I agree with you.
And last thing, man, like Keith, I like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He's good voice. But right now, we're talking about as of today. You can't put Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman in the same sentence with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. There's only one guy, and I'm reluctant to put him in that conversation now because of what I've seen against Formella. I was expecting him to go out there and knock Formella the fuck out. And that's Sean Porter. That's the only other guy you can really put in the conversation. I'm saying Manny Pacquiao, of course, I think he's a legend, but I think Crawford and Errol beat Manny Pacquiao, and I don't even think it would be that close of a fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, those two guys, in my opinion, are just leaps and bounds above everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I think Danny Garcia is a solid welterweight, but every time he comes up to that plate, and it's the fucking it's in the fucking ninth inning, and the goddamn me bases loaded, strike. You know what I'm saying? He ain't beat Sean, he ain't beat Keith. He ain't getting up for the big moments. You know what I'm saying? I seen Porter look suspect against Ugas. I thought Ugas beat him. And I'm not making these things up. I'm giving you guys all fucking information that's known to the public. I'm not making anything up. Go look at Danny Garcia's resume and tell me who he beat at before you said. You talking about when he beat the guy with the fucking Trump shorts on? Fucking bricks on his shorts? I don't know who they got. Ryan Salka? Him? Ryan Salka. Oh, how about when he beat Bam Bam Rios? That's good enough? Come on, y'all. At 147, the guy's resume is not that deep. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Go ahead, big dog.
You know, Bud on that top rank diet, man.
He can be on the
top rank, man. He on the listen. He on the top, but he on the top. Listen. For a top fighter,
everybody else died.
For a top fighter, why is Bob so tight with the money? He's ruining his career. He's ruining Bud's career.
When you guys
he's not getting big fights.
Every show you see on YouTube, Terrence Crawford, he ducking it. But you guys,
it's because he's
what did Floyd? I don't real quick. What Floyd said like last week? Dear media, thank you. I don't give a damn if he wrote good about me. I don't give a damn if he wrote bad about me. At least you wrote about me. And that's one thing all these fucking YouTubers out here doing, all these journalists out here doing about Terrence Crawford, either bad or good. Nigga, you're writing about it because you know why? You see him as a real live dog. Go ahead, Mike. What's yours?
Mike, you're not understanding the part of the fact that they were writing good or bad about his fight style. Floyd Mayweather's fight style in the ring, whether he was entertaining or boring. For Crawford, they're writing about whether he's taking soft fights or no fights. Because of Bob Arum. That's what they're talking about. That's what they're writing. Terrence Crawford is a great talent on the shelf, Mike.
It don't matter what the subject matter is. You're taking your time out your day. An hour and a half, 45 minutes to write a story or do a YouTube video about a guy. Terrence Crawford, who has no drawing power, you guys say. But all you motherfuckers out here making videos about Terrence Crawford.
Listen. The talent is undeniable. Terrence Crawford's talent is undeniable. The fact is that his talent is not getting showcased with the right fight because his promoter is so tight with the money. Like, if you believe in him so much, just pay the money. You'll get the return on your investment. You see Al Heyman paying the fighters that he feels that can get the return on the investment. And when they win, they get the return. But I just don't understand why is Bud Crawford sitting on the shelf like stale Bud. He needs to be freshened up. I don't know what else to say, but Bud needs to fight good fighters. Why is Bob so cheap?
Bro, when you own a company, when you're in a position of power, and we see this across all sports, you know what I'm saying? We see this with Jerry Jones going on right now with Dak Prescott. Even though you might believe in that motherfucker, even though you might think he's the greatest in the motherfucking world, you don't throw your fucking you don't throw your goddamn business up sideways to appease one person. Because you know why? You've been in the game for a long time. You've seen players and boxers come and go. So you know there is a fucking real live possibility that this guy right here is maybe come around again in the next 5-10 years. I'm saying we ain't about to turn our business upside down during this pandemic and try to give Keith Thurman $10 million for what? For what? Why give $10 million for what?
Mike.
Is he bringing that in? What keeps them from bringing in? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Bob is being frugal and being cheap because he knows how business works. And he has other fighters on his thing that he has to get. And he's not gouging the public for pay-per-views. OPBC, you got pay-per-views coming all winter long. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, probably the best fight of the fall, ain't on pay-per-view. It's free to you. Only thing you have on pay-per-view is Wilder and Fury because it's a joint. It's joint. But everybody else, nigga, it's free to you, man. As long as you got ESPN or ESPN Plus. Go ahead.
Listen, man, first of all, I want to say to D Nice, yeah, you can send him the link. You shouldn't tug on Superman's cape. Don't you come on the show, you want to contest it? Definitely. Mike, send him the link so we can deal with that the proper way. Secondly, I want to tell you that Bob Arum still got the same paycheck from ESPN that he was supposed to have. Do you understand? So, and he got that the government that was giving out the business reprieve. He got all that. So why is he holding on to the money? Okay, now let's take it back. Let's take it another step further. If you look at PBC, Errol Spence is the big fish for them in the 147 division. Jamel Charlo is one of the big fish in the 154 division. You understand? And all the division 4, they have their people that they take care of. If you look at Matchroom, you got Anthony Joshua in the division, Katie Taylor as a fighter. You have fighters that are at their weight class that they take care of. But then you have like the man of the man of the man, or the female of the female of the female boxer. Anthony Joshua is at the top. Canelo, they got to take care of him. Are you trying to tell me that Bud's talent, which I know is at that level, why is Bob not treating him that way? He's treating Lomachenko better. Like, what are we talking about here?
Bro. First of all, Lomachenko fights in the small room at the Garden. If that's being treated better than Bud, then I don't want that treatment, because Bud fights in the fucking Madison Square Arena where the fucking basketball players play at, not in those little small room Garden. So if he's treating Lomachenko better than Bud, I damn sure done with that treatment. Second of all,
we're talking about the opponents.
I'll let you speak real quick. Bayside boxing. But it's not a Mahomes. Mahomes is one of those generational figures in sports that is undeniable, like a Floyd Mayweather, like a LeBron James, like a Patrick Mahomes. Those guys you give a blank check to because they have everything. They have the public, they have it on the field, and they have the charisma to market and sell themselves. And we all know Bud is not that. Bud is a great fighter, very, 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 very good fighter. But he's not on the level of a Floyd Mayweather, of a Patrick Mahomes, of a LeBron James. No sir, Bob. And real quick, D Nice, I'm gonna bring you on, man. What's your bone to pick with my guy next to boxing?
I'm just over here loving the way he deflecting all them questions, man.
What are you deflecting?
You asked him about Bud. You asked him about Garcia. Danny Garcia. Every fight Danny Garcia had at 147, that was a step up. He lost. They call him a power puncher, but he don't knock nobody out at 147, except guys he's supposed to knock out.
Adrian Granados, Bam Bam Rios.
He went 12 with Ivory Redcatch.
Right.
Like, how do you overlook that? I don't get it.
Next up, would you want to respond to that real quick?
Yeah, let me get to that real quick. What's going on, my brother? Listen, let me tell you. Everybody in the top 5, which is the step-up fight, Danny Garcia lost because I said their skill level is at the same. It's just who wants it more that night. I'm gonna bring a little asterisk. When Sugar Ray fought Duran, their levels on the same. It's just that Duran wanted it more that night. Do you understand? He got it back in the rematch. So I felt like
I disagree. I disagree. I think the only reason Duran won that fight, the first fight, is Sugar Ray came out and did not fight his traditional fight. He wanted to go toe-to-toe with Duran because Duran disrespected him and his wife. So he wanted to prove that he was a real man. Second fight, he boxed Duran head off and proved that they went on the same level, and that's why you got no mas.
Can I tell you what? Hold on.
Against Hearns and Hagler.
Listen, the man said it himself. The man said it himself. If you go back, you can watch any of those interviews. Sugar Ray said it himself. He knew that night when he looked in the mirror, he just didn't have it. Do you understand what I'm saying? The level
can
was the
understand
same.
that.
He said it many times before. So that's
But
what I'm
still-
saying. So when it comes to Danny, when it got to the step-up fight, those nights he just didn't have that extra to take him across the line. But everybody else he knocked out. Rios,
He didn't knock
Vargas.
out Red Catch.
Oh man, but he battered
Right.
the crap
You
out
can't-
of him though.
You can't discredit that. Like you want to skip over that, but you can't.
Everybody got one. Everybody got one.
Not
Everybody got
Bud.
one.
Not Bud at
No,
Another
147.
question, real quick. Let me ask you, as soon as you bring up Danny Garcia. Do we think Danny's going to beat Errol Spence? How many out there think Danny's going to beat Errol Spence?
I don't.
Who's
You
that?
got in the chat too. If you're out there in the chat, let me know. Do you think Errol Spence going to lose to Danny Garcia?
Do I think that what?
That Earl is going to lose to Danny Garcia?
Hell nah.
Hell no. I got 100 for anybody who want to bet.
So what are we talking about? Like, and this is going to be another step-up fight in which Danny do what?
Lose.
Come up short.
Big facts.
So what are we doing out here? Like the guy
I
has
think he getting dog walked.
no significant victories at 147. I love Danny Garcia. I love his personality. I love his father. I think they're great for boxing. I'm just breaking it down. What happens in the ring? He has no significant wins at 147. I'm not giving him credit for goddamn me Ivan Redcat. I'm not giving him credit for goddamn me Bam Bam Rios. I'm not giving him credit for Adrian Granados. That's what you're supposed to do. Though these are tune-up fights for you. All right?
Me personally, I
Every-
believe Danny Garcia is B class at 147.
It's an argument to be made. It's an argument to be seriously made that he's not on that top tier at 147. Even though he was a champion, I ain't gonna go down that road again. But it's a perception out there that four guys mainly are better than him.
What's
Yeah.
the next question I ducked? What's the next question?
Oh man, we didn't get all mixed up. You'll have to rewind. I just was the Bud hate is serious.
It's not serious, man. Listen, Jeff Horn is a fake. Jeff Horn's a fake.
When you
Fake.
talk about Bud, the Earl lights come out. The Earl lights everywhere, all right?
Listen.
When you talk about Bud in such a high esteem, Errol Spence fans will show their face. Next up, it's on you. You know what? I'm gonna put it on next up by itself. Let me put him on by itself. I want everybody to know, goddamn me, that he an Earl Spence guy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a fan of Big Fish, Big EJ, Errol Spence Jr. You heard it here first. Team Man Down promotion. Yeah, all that. But back to what we talking about the Bud though. But Bud, listen, Bud is a great talent. Again, I say, dude can fight, man. He got that dog in him. I don't know what they're doing in Omaha, Nebraska, but man, he got that dog in him. But at the same time, the fighters that he has fought are soft touches, man. Like Jeff Horn was a straight counterfeit when it came to fighting Manny Pacquiao. Let's keep it real fit. So he lost how much fights after to some bumps. You know what I'm saying? You got Velasquez who was getting touched up by Mikey Garcia over at RGB. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Academy. Like you got all these soft touches. Benavidez, who was fighting on one leg, he was literally on a stilt going backwards the whole fight. Like, but what took you so long to knock him out? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not trying to downgrade his talent, but Bud, come on. But at the same time, I love Bud's talent. That boy in fight. He on the level of EJ. No cap. No cap.
And this
But he on that top rank diet. He on that top rank diet. I'm just saying that.
EJ and Crawford.
Big EJ.
I'm a fan of both of them.
I'm definitely a fan of both of them, man.
I believe Spence smokes everybody but Crawford.
Same here.
As far as Crawford's opponents,
Hey, I got money on you when you're ready.
Everybody was lined up to fight Jeff Horn.
I got money on it when you're ready.
Thank you. Keep
I
that
got
up.
So what? We can cash it up. I got 100 on Crawford.
Let me tell you, I got 100 on EJ, big time. Listen, let me tell you something.
Now,
Mike,
look
at that.
real quick, man. Let's talk
Look at that.
real quick. Let's talk about the question that I mean, I kind of posed to myself. You know what I'm saying, guys? Danny Garcia with his quotes the other day saying that he's more skillful, that he has more power than Errol Spence. I want to ask people out there, like people in the Mike on Sports universe, people in the Next Up Boxing universe, people in the fucking D-Nice universe. Is Errol Spence still the truth? We see him right now with the gloves going to the gym with Jamel Charlo, with Derek James. You know what I'm saying? The caption reads, let me find that caption right quick because I got the goddamn screen. Let me get that right quick out with the caption to you guys. The caption says, okay, all right, maybe I ain't got it in that spot. Let me get this motherfucker right quick. Okay. Damn, I can't even get in the fucking captions. But anyway, let me bring in Maurice and use my eyes right quick. God damn. It said, keep down me. Hashtag some man down, lion, big fish. So apparently he felt like people are out there doubting him, you know what I'm saying? People are not really, you know what I'm saying, thinking that he's going to come back how he was before. And that just led me to the question, like, is Errol Spence still the truth? And I want to start with next up. The floor is yours since you're the resident Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, fan club president. Let's go ahead and ask you the question.
Yeah, so can you hear me? All right, so
Floor is yours.
All right, cool. So first of all, if you put the little IG picture back up, you didn't even say it properly. So let me do it because I'm the EJ fan. I'm the Man Down Promotions fan. You know what I mean? It says it right there. Keep doubting me. For all those out there that thought that car accident, you know what I'm saying, changed my life. I can't take no more blows to the head. Nah, that's to keep doubting me. You understand what I'm saying? What it did was it turned me around. I was going down the wrong path. I was living it up a little too much. Got a lot of baddies on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Ice on the wrist, on the neck. Living it up too much. I had to get stopped. You know what I'm saying? That Jamaican brother went back, you know what I'm saying? Got back to the roots and learned. Then you got the lion, you got the big fish, and then you got the wizard. That's Derek James, having that formula, having these boys ready. We're talking about that boy is in dog shape 3 months away from his fight. Stop playing with me, man. Y'all stop playing with me, man. He's in dog shape 3 months away from that. D-Nice, you better take it, man. You better D-Nice.
I'm ready. Until you show me Spence isn't the truth, I won't believe. And the current 147 crop don't have a thing coming. Only person that is his equal or better is Crawford, and I want to see that fight. I can't say for sure Crawford's gonna win, but I'm sure enough to bet on it because skill-wise, I don't think Spence has the skill set that Crawford does. But as far as Danny Garcia, he fish food, and this will be the last time we have to listen to him talk about anything. And if he go to 154, he a dead man. It's on you, Mike.
Man, boy, if you go 154, man, I feel sorry for him. Look, man, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Errol Spence is not gonna be the same old Errol Spence. That he's not gonna be man. That he's not gonna be Big EJ. You know what I'm saying, when he comes back in the ring. But there is a percentage of me, you know what I'm saying, maybe 2-3%, you know what I'm saying, that always has me in the back of my mind, like, you know what I'm saying, what if he doesn't come back from that car wreck? Maybe what if punches, you know what I'm saying, isn't the best thing to have, you know what I'm saying, a year after that kind of accident that he had. He getting false teeth put in, haven't been sparring here lately, you know what I'm saying. I think he just started sparring back in August or going to go start sparring like late August, which is like right now, or early September, which is right now. So if he's just now started back sparring, September, October, November, 8-12 sparring, is that enough time to get acclimated back to the game that you've been out of for about a year, that you had to recover from an accident for about 3, 4, 5 months? You know what I'm saying? It's always a worry, but I think Big EJ, man, like you said, next up, he in dog shape right now. The boy looks shredded. The boy looks like he is actually taking this shit 100% seriously right now. Like he realized that the accident could have took him away from his family and his career as boxing, and it's like he's fell back in love with boxing.
Yeah. Motivation
and tremendous. And with
you don't have to be 100% for a tune-up fight.
Oh, you think Danny's a tune-up fight?
Facts. That's why they took him. He wouldn't have jumped in there with Crawford. He wouldn't have jumped back in there with Porter coming back.
Yeah, I think Danny was the name that had been mentioned before, and it was already in the plan. I wouldn't call Danny necessarily a tune-up fight, but
He's a tune-up.
And
I don't know how true it is, but there's been reports out there that he turned down a Pacquiao fight.
Who that?
Spence.
I doubt he did.
Now I can't attest to that, but there have been reports of that.
Who reporting that?
One channel I know for sure was what's the guy's name? CJ Goodfellow.
Yeah.
Who turned down that money? Who turned down that Pacquiao check?
I mean,
no way.
Everybody turned down Pacquiao.
If I would understand if he did. Pacquiao right now is looking in rare form.
Stop it.
Stop it. Spence team is unsure.
Stop it, man.
I'm just saying I'm not saying it's true, but if Spence team is unsure about where he's at right now, Danny Garcia with the name value is the safe move.
Let me tell you what happened right now.
He's fish
Manny
food.
Pacquiao came down to goddamn Dallas, Texas, right? Came down to Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying? Watch Errol batter little Mikey Garcia. Got in the ring with Errol after the fight, looked at him like, oh no, I don't think I want this fight. No, so I don't want this fight right here. And from that point on, Manny Pacquiao has had no interest in fighting Errol Spence Jr., just like he had no interest in fighting goddamn Terrence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao is picking the champion that he know he can be. Keith Thurman off an injury, off a suspect performance against Lopez. Manny Pacquiao like, damn, if Lopez can do that, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I really doubt Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Errol or Terrence Crawford before he retires. I think a more likely fight would be Mikey Garcia. Go ahead, next up. Are you next?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be I'd kind of like to see in a weird way. I'd kind of like to see that Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? Two little dudes who got skills. I just think that Pacquiao got that power, man. Just a little bit more power than Mikey. Mikey was hitting Earl, and Earl was taking them quite easy. You know what I mean? He went to fight Jesse Vargas. It was the same thing. Like, he was taking those punches with no effects. Like, you know what I mean? He was getting marked up because that's what Jesse do when he fights, but he wasn't really affected by it. So, you know what I mean? Mikey got to find another way, you know what I mean, to win these fights. He doesn't have the greatest of feet, you know what I mean? But at the same time, foot movement, but at the same time, he can do it. But there's no way Manny Pacquiao was going to take an Errol Spence fight. That's fish food. The same thing like Bud Crawford. That's food.
I did nice on you, B-Dot.
Yeah, I seen the call out, you know, so it's just that's one of the rumors out there floating. So, but as far as Spence and Garcia, this ain't really gonna prove much. This ain't gonna let us know if Spence is ready for the top competition. Danny Garcia is not.
Mean, I think going to England, taking a belt off Kell Brook, I think that proved to everybody that Errol Spence was who he said he was.
Yes, it did.
I think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Mike, is I don't believe this
to a pup. I think everybody pretty much knew Errol Spence was the.
They did. What I'm saying is this doesn't gauge his skill set or his athleticism coming back from that accident, because I believe he's going to wash Garcia.
I mean, I
believe he's going to wash Garcia.
He's going to wash Garcia. I think.
Yeah, I believe he's going to wash him. Like,
Sean Porter or Keith Thurman actually wash Garcia.
You say that again, Mike?
I said if he washes Garcia, I think that proves the point, because we haven't seen Sean Porter or Keith Thurman actually wash Garcia. You know what I'm saying?
But that ain't saying much either. Sean Porter is a style fighter. If his style matches up with yours, you're gonna have a rough fucking night.
If it don't, like Ugas, he gonna have a rough night.
Right.
Hey Mike, I'm looking for a performance from Errol Spence, like when he fought against Chris Algieri. Against Danny Garcia.
Now that'll let us know that
go back and watch that fight.
Know that the car accident hasn't stripped him of anything. If he put on one of those, then yeah. But if he struggles, then it'll be a lot of questions. And the boxing game is what have you done for me lately?
All right, real quick, man. Let me touch on some news notes right quick. We have Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce reportedly looked to be set to be pushed back to November 14th or August or November 21st. Fight currently scheduled for October 24th, but it claims talks held with government officials have indicated November would be more suitable to get fans at the O2. So if you're over in England, this is a fight that I've been anticipating for a long time. So I really hope that they can get this made and they can have, because I know Frank Warren ain't gonna put it on if he can't make no money off of it. Ain't no fans in the arena. So I get that, Frank, but let's hopefully the government, you know what I'm saying, get fans back in the arena on November 14th or 21st, so they can make some money, and we can get that Daniel Dubois fight and Joe Joyce, because I think that's a very intriguing fight, maybe more intriguing than Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on the same level, guys. We don't know if Joe Joyce is going to be that guy, and this is a very good test for an up and coming prospect like Daniel Dubois, who everybody is kind of anointing, but we ain't really seen him in there with no really stiff competition that's going to tell us, you know what I'm saying, anything. And I think Joe Joyce is that first really stiff competition that he's probably going to be in there with. You guys got anything to say about Joe Joyce in there?
Firecracker fight. Great fight. Can't wait to see it. That fight has to happen. I hope it does. I know it's a fight where you'd want to see it with fans, but I just think the competition between the two will be great. We got two come forward fighters. Both of them seem to have good chins, good power. I mean, I think it's a great fight for the next step up to see who's trying to climb into that top tier of heavyweight champions and contenders. That's my opinion.
I'm right there with next up. This will really set Joe Joyce apart. And if he can overcome this fight, I think the sky's the limit for him. That's a star in the making as far as the UK is concerned.
All right. Well, shit, we would definitely see. Let's get on to this next one right quickly. We got. No, I'm gonna go with this one right here. Daniel Jacobs and Demetrius Andrade are reportedly going to share a card in November. I know, man. When I read it and Ron sent it to me, I said, "Oh shit, it's about to be a fucking nah." Then I read more, and then we'll see that Eddie Hearn mentioned that John Ryder as a possible opponent for Jacobs. I mean, we've seen John Ryder do very, very well against Callum Smith. Some people thought he really, really won that fight. So I guess that's a good, solid return fight for Dan Jacobs, who is now campaigning at 168. First fight against a fucking cruiserweight and Chavez Jr. So I think Daniel Jacobs and John Ryder, I mean, I guess it's a cool fight, you know what I'm saying? Because he just fought a cruiserweight and Chavez Jr., you know what I'm saying? If you saw Chavez that fight, he was about at least 225 when he got in that ring. That nigga looked like a monster compared to fucking Daniel Jacobs. And we all know how that fight ended with everybody in Arizona throwing shit in the ring. They were not happy with that shit, boy. That shit was epic, man. I love it. And Liam Williams is Demetrius Andrade's mentor. Now, Liam Williams has been very, very vocal. Every time Demetrius Andrade posts something, Liam Williams is on his ass talking shit. Liam Williams just beat the shit out of Alantez Fox, the same Alantez Fox who was able to knock Demetrius Andrade down. He wasn't able to knock Liam Williams down. I tell you that. Liam Williams put straight paws on Alantez Fox that fight. Brought him over to England and sent him back to America with an ass whooping. So Liam Williams, I mean, he's a good, solid, gritty fighter. We've seen him fight Liam Smith twice. First fight ended like kind of controversially. Second fight was kind of close. Liam Smith won. But Liam Williams is a good, solid opponent. I'm not sure that I'm not confident at all that he's going to be able to beat Demetrius Andrade. But when you've been begging for this fight for so long, Liam Williams must see something in Andrade that he likes and he thinks he can overcome. D Nice, I'm gonna start with you. Next up, we'll come to you next. Go ahead, Big Doc. I guess you ain't got nothing to say. All right. Next up, boxing.
Yeah, I definitely think that I thought that would have been a great fight between Jacobs and Andrade. When I seen it too, my face was like, oh man, it's not gonna happen. But I mean, the 2 fights that's gonna happen should be fun. Liam Williams is a good fighter. He's a come forward fighter. He's gonna try to use his aggression, the little bit of power he has. It's just whether or not he can get past Demetrius' reach and this, fighting from the southpaw stance or from the orthodox stance. He's a great slick boxer and he has decent power too. So that's the John Ryder fight. Yeah, I think Daniel Jacobs should stop John Ryder, in my personal opinion. Even though, when you move up in weight, the power doesn't always travel. So if he doesn't stop him, I look to see him batter him like he did Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because he broke up his whole face and nose and stuff. He had to have surgery and all type of stuff. So that's my personal opinion on that fight. That fight, it should happen eventually. But I wanted to say, do you know who Daniel Jacobs' girlfriend is?
I think I've seen it in the news, but I don't remember.
Angela Simmons.
You talking about, hold on.
Yeah, Rev Run's daughter, Angela Simmons.
But Danny left his wife now?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Because Angela was with Bow Wow, right? Yeah, Angela Simmons, dog. I said, what?
Nigga,
Daniel got them M's out here now.
My nigga, she still by you through cancer, my nigga. Damn. Nigga got paid, left his wife, and dropped off Andre Rozier. God damn.
Everybody.
Damn, boy. Nigga, some bread, but nigga James, boy, I'm telling you, goddamn. All right, baby. You know what? Miss Simmons been calling me and shit. I told her I was gonna call her back. All right, I'm gonna go call her back.
We gonna call her back.
Shit, God.
I had the same reaction you did. Like what?
I can't, man. That's that man life, man. Grown ass man, nigga, do what he want to do.
That's good to see.
Yeah. I see why these hoes say niggas ain't loyal.
Definitely ain't. They got the bag and they be tripping.
What up, DJ N? Let me see what we got up next, man. Let me see.
Yeah, what's next?
Amir Khan. This guy, Amir Khan, man, he speaks with so much blasphemy, and man, it's when I read this shit, I said, man, I gotta talk about this, bro. The reason I signed with Eddie Hearn was to get the Kell Brook fight. But then he go up to 154. People feel like it's me running away, but it's not. Brook that moves up a weight and avoids the fight, it shows he doesn't want to fight me. Now, my guy, last time I remember, Brook was goddamn me actively calling you out on every goddamn me show, telling everybody who would listen, I would make 147 for Amir Khan. And I've heard you and Eddie state on more than one occasion that the Crawford fight was less lucrative than the Brook fight was. But you wanted to go for a fight for a title. At that point in time, it was either Brook or Crawford. Wasn't nobody else being mentioned with your name, Amir Khan. And you took Crawford. Cool, you want to fight for a title? Fine, but don't sit here and lie on Kell Brook. Kell Brook has been on the Sky Sports, IFL TV, Boxing Social, any camera he can be on. When he asks about you, he don't hold no punches. He don't hold no punches. He don't hold no goddamn punches. So for you to say that Kell Brook don't want to fight, he moved up to 154, we all will know why Kell Brook moved up from 154. The same reason why fighters who have been off for a while, or fighters who are not fighting for a position in rankings, fight at 150 instead of 147, or fight at 155 instead of 154. Because they don't feel like making them weight right now. If they can get a fight without making them weight, that's good for them. We seen you go up to goddamn fight Canelo at 154. Are you a true 154 pounder, Amir Khan? No, sir. No, sir. So don't sit here and say Brook don't want to fight you when we all know the truth. I know the truth. Amir Khan, you're really sounding delusional right now. I think that $10 million investment that you was arguing about last weekend, early one morning, Sunday morning, some media outlet posted that Amir Khan investment property where he was doing some development had been $5 million in the wrong. Amir Khan said actually $10 million in the wrong is what he lost, and with because the people that he appointed to do the work ain't really doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that $10 million right there got you back on the hunt, and you need some more money. Maybe that's why you started to talk about Brook, because you want to see what Brook's reaction going to be. I think this is a shaky way, a very sneaky way, a very cowardly way to call somebody out. Next up, it's on you.
First off, I think Amir Khan is still sleeping from that punch that Canelo hit him with. That's the first thing. Second of all, I don't know what he's talking about. Kell Brook was chasing him like a homie chasing another homie that owes him money, popping up from spot to spot to spot to spot. Like he's just missing him by a second, just missing him by a second. Like, what more you want him to do other than show up at your house, sit down, and wait for you to come and have dinner? Or did what Gary Russell did, was pull up and hang out with your pops or something, and he don't know who you are. Like, what else you want him to do? So don't say that he ran up to 154 because he didn't fight you. Come on, man. You said your whole reason why you signed with Eddie Hearn was to fight Kell Brook. But you know full well you didn't want to fight Kell Brook. You didn't want to give him that fight because you was going to get knocked out. Chin. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. He needs to relax. Amir Khan, I know you lost some money, but you almost lost to Samuel Vargas, man, out of Toronto, Canada. All right, over there, you almost lost, man.
He almost lost. 7 nothing down, but after that knockdown, Amir Khan boxed the fucking head off.
Right, but come on, think about it. We're talking about, look at the levels, man. We're talking about levels.
But we all know the Amir Khan.
You know what I'm saying? And Kell Brook.
Now, Kell. If like my guy just said, if he loses to Kell Brook, his stock will plummet. And I want to give him his credit for saying that. DJN1, he said, I can see why Khan avoided Kell Brook, to be honest. If he had lost to Brook, his value would have dropped long ago. I would agree, because that's like the fight over in England that everybody had wanted for a while when Amir Khan got up to 147, because Kell Brook had just came back from beating Sean Porter in America, came back with the IBF title, you know what I'm saying? So everybody thought Kell Brook was this skillful, good fighter, and that's pre-Golovkin, you know what I'm saying? Pre-Golovkin, it was all about Kell and Khan. That's a Wembley fight, 80,000 people in the arena. Now, it may be a O2 fight, 20,000 maybe, or maybe you can find another stadium that holds 40 or 50,000. I'm not sure. I'm not sure 70,000 people will come out to see Khan and Brook right now. Definitely.
I feel like remember, Kell Brook at the same time, he was on that Frank Warren diet as well too, because you know Frank Warren be having their fighters on that diet over there of you know, I mean, look at Tyson Fury and all the fights that he came back before he went to ESPN, even when he joined it, like they be having the Top Rank and Queensberry Promotion be having the same kind of diets with their fighters. They don't really give them, you know what I mean, good fights. In my personal opinion, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Kell Brook definitely would have watched Amir Khan. No competition. All the fights, if you look at the resume, yeah, Amir Khan did well against what's his name there? He did well against Samuel Vargas, but again, that's a level that he should have passed. He fought the other Canadian dude, Phil LaGreco. He watched him in the first round after a comeback, but really and truly, he's been having some soft touch fights. He went to, Saudi Arabia? He had a fight in Saudi Arabia, no?
Yep, got that fight with Billy Dibb, somebody he brought up from 130. Same guy taking foreign part. Had Rick Ross perform at the fight, which is pretty cool. These sheiks had like big ass recliner chairs like right at ringside. The shit was a laid ass little venue, you know what I'm saying? But the fight itself, I mean, Amir Khan damn near knocked the boy off his feet. Billy Dibb just, you know what I'm saying, waved the white flag or whatever. But yeah, he got $8 million for that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to give him no more airtime, man. Move on from Amir Khan.
I feel you. All right, let me get to some quick news and notes right quick. Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie will be fighting for the vacant WBO title. If you guys remember, the WBO actually did some good things. If y'all remember the Glowacki and Bradis fight and the disgusting job that Robert Byrd did in that fight. Oh my goodness. If y'all remember, Bradis hit Glowacki with a blade elbow. And I'm talking about the shit was so blatant. It was absolutely blatant. And instead of giving Glowacki the proper 5 count or the proper time to recover, Robert Byrd decided to tell Glowacki to his face, get up and fight. And then proceeded to let the fight continue for a minute and a half after the bell had rung. So poor Glowacki over there getting pieced up by Braidis after taking an elbow and having the round extended on him. So the very next round, Braidis knocked him out, and WBO said, no, we're not standing for this. We're not going to let this fly, and we're going to take our title from the World Boxing Super Series if they don't issue a immediate rematch. And as you can see, an immediate rematch was not issued. So Lawrence Okoli will be going for his first title against Glowacki, vacant WBO title on the Joshua Pulev card. I don't know how much Glowacki has left. I don't know how much Glowacki is gonna, really, really have left in the tank. He's older now, but it should be a solid test for Lawrence Okoli. Anything you want to say about that fight, brother?
Yeah, Sauce. We talking about Big Sauce, Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah. He rapping now.
Oh yeah, you heard it?
Yeah. I ain't heard the song, but I heard the clip that he
you gotta listen to the song. It's not too bad, man.
I'm not listening to that bullshit.
It's not too bad. But yeah, the Sauce, man, yeah, I really like his fight style, you know what I'm saying? He's a big guy. He smothers his work a little bit, but the power is real, man. And I'm saying he gonna knock out this Glasgow dude within 7 rounds. You can mark it right here, right now. I'm a big Sauce fan. I'm glad he's getting a chance to win, his title. The backstory of his life, where he coming from and what he's doing right now is great. And he's going to be a serious heavyweight, too. I'm just telling you guys that right now. Just look out for when he makes that transition from cruiserweight to heavyweight, yeah, he's going to be a problem because he's going to really grow into his frame. He a big dude, You ever see him stand beside Anthony Joshua? Like, he a big, he's a big guy, huh?
He's pretty tall. Yeah. A little quick update for the Lubin and Gaucher card, which comes in about 2 weeks. Nabiar will be facing Breedy, and Enos will be facing Abreu. Abreu has a common opponent, is Jamal James. So I guess it'd be a solid test for Javon Ennis, maybe the best person he has fought. I think Abreu's record is 23-5 with 1 draw. So he's never been stopped before. He has 21 KOs, so he definitely has some pop. So this should be a good test for Jerron Ennis, to see if he can get a stop, since Jamal James wasn't able to get one. And man, we'll see how this plays out. We all know Jerron Ennis is 25-0, 23 KOs, one of the top fighters, prospects, whatever you want to call it, in the world. He's ranked number 25 out of the world right now. And he's only getting better, He's a very, very, very big 147. He's still very young. He's still very athletic, And he's just getting better and better every day. So I think a lot of Jerron Ennis, I think whenever he gets to the elite level, all them guys are going to have a problem. All those guys are going to have a problem on their hand. Jerron Ennis is a bad dude. Bad dude.
Yep, I definitely agree 100% with everything that you're saying. Jerron Ennis, when you say Jerron Ennis or Boots, you say special fighter. I'm calling stoppage within 7 to 8 rounds for Boots Ennis in this fight. I think he's sharp. He's on it. There was talks of him maybe fighting Virgil Ortiz. Don't feed him to him. He's going to eat him alive. I'm going to tell him that right now. Jerron Ennis, Boots Ennis is definitely the next to take over the welterweight division. The brother is just skills is on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion on that fight. And then, Lubin Gaucher. Yeah, Erickson Lubin, man, the left-handed assassin, man. Power in both hands. Jack and Sledge. Bad boy. Gaucher is in trouble. Down goes Gaucher. Unmute, Mike. Unmute.
Yeah, I would say I think Gaucher is in trouble. All right, Saturday, September 5th, we got Jamel Herring defending his WBO title versus Jonathan Oquendo, a fight that was supposed to happen earlier this year, but got pushed back because Jamel had tested positive for corona. all that's no sin is behind him now, and he'll be fighting Jonathan Oquendo. Real quick, let's go ahead and get to that card. Anything you want to say about that fight? I mean, I'm not really familiar with Jonathan Oquendo. I ain't really seen him fight too many times. Where I probably ain't seen him fight at all. Well, I probably have and just don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm not really that familiar with him. I think it's like a mandatory defense. He's been the number one of the mandatory for probably just about the whole year, so it's nothing new. So yeah, man, I'm ready to see that fight. All right, so you ain't got nothing to put on there. All right. Also, we have the return of Steve Nelson on that card. Let me share the whole picture with you guys, make it bigger. Steve Nelson is on the card, the light heavyweight fighter, but he's fighting at super middleweight now. Yeah, that's right. He's moving down to 168, and he's fighting DeAndre Ware. If y'all know anything about Showbox, y'all have seen DeAndre Ware fight on Showbox, so. I'm not sure it's going to be a tough test for Steve Nelson, but yeah, he's back in action. On the undercard, we got a junior bantamweight fight between Janier Rivera and Jesse Rodriguez. Don't know either of those guys, but we do have the return of Big Baby, not Jarrell Miller, but Jarrell Anderson, the real Big Baby. He's fighting Rodney Hernandez. Rodney should be a good little solid test for him. You know what I'm saying? Not like a test meeting, like he's gonna challenge him or knock him out, but it should be a one to see when he gets the knockout. I think Rodney's he pretty much game every time he comes to fight. You just gotta deter him. So if he don't deter him, then we'll see Big Baby maybe go some rounds. But I think Big Baby should be able to knock Rodney out, and that's pretty much everybody I know on that card. Let's get to the next card, which goes on Fox this weekend, and that card is not that, but your Dennis Ugas, and instead of Saturday, it comes on a Sunday, September 6th. So this will not be on Saturday night; it will be on Sunday night. So check your calendars. You guys see it right there. Not a misprint. This comes on Sunday instead of Saturday. So they're trying to do a little something for the weekend for Labor Day. They know everybody going to be off and everybody going to be at home. So that's what they're running with. Ugas Ramos fight for the WBA welterweight title. I believe it's the regular. Yeah, man. I'm not.
Yes, it is.
I'm not overly excited about this shit at all.
I am. I'm overly excited, man. I'm overly excited because I always like a good story and a good background. You know what I mean? And Ugas, you know what I mean, having won so many different titles in Cuba, you know, from amateurs come all the way to national championship. He's done it all when it comes to outstanding achievement in the boxing world in Cuba. You know what I mean? He escaped to America by boat. You know, he spent 10 years away from his family working to become a world champion. And this is his opportunity to become a world champion. You know what I mean? He had a chance against Sean Porter. It didn't go the way he wanted to. You know what I mean? He had a chance before that. But now it's time for him to really step up. I don't know much about Abel Ramos, but I know he's a game fighter and he has an opportunity as well to become a world champion. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Ugas is really going to prove, you know what I mean, what he really has and that stellar background of boxing, that Cuban boxing. I think Ugas is definitely going to step up and win his first world title and make his dreams come true. I love a great story.
Yeah, I feel it. Again, I'm not too excited about this matchup. Great story from my guy next up. Good story time telling right there. But yeah, man, Abel Ramos, I'm not sure how you even fighting for a world title. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I guess when you with Al Heyman, good things happen for you, and he tends to take care of his fighters. Also, we got Rancis Bartholomew versus Alberto Pulo. For guess what? Yes, sir. You guessed it again. The WBA Junior welterweight title is on the line. Yes, sir. Interim title though, not the regular, but the interim. Not the gold, but the interim.
But the interim.
But the interim. So there you go, man. WBA out there, man, making everybody fulfill their dreams. One
WBA ain't
one
shit.
night at a time. One match at a time, man. Everybody, you a champion, baby. You want to be called champion? Baya.
The WBA ain't shit, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Big up to yourself, man. Big up to yourself.
These guys out here making everybody goddamn champion. Guess what? WBA is gonna make this little kid right here champion next. His next amateur bout is for a WBA amateur title.
Oh,
I'm talking about this young fella right here.
Sure. Fight.
Nigga, little buddy got some shit, man. Hey, man, that little boy got some nice move. I know it's pad work. I know, but you can see the slips, the move to the body, bang, the motherfucking doop, 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 doop. They come at the right, man. Little buddy, hey, I'm excited, man. I just wish these kids had the fucking luxury to get what some of these American kids can get coming up, because you know the competition over there probably not like structure how it is over here. So I just wish, man, little buddy could goddamn me come up in the amateur program over here, but it's all good, man. Let's see that shit one more time. You got anything you want to put on it?
Yeah. That he definitely got some skills, man. That's what we like to see, the young generation just taking the next step forward. And obviously, if he had the opportunity to get, the amateur fights, he get more experience. But in time.
Sure. Fight.
Love it, man. Love it. Oh, man. Let me see what else we got on the docket. I don't really want to touch on this Eddie Hearn shit, man. He ain't giving him no time today. Fuck Eddie. He ain't talking about shit. I got two more videos. Well, now we got the videos of the day. That right there was the boxing segment. Now let's get to some laughing. All right, first one we got up. Let's see. How should I go in order? Let's see, man. This is why I own skateboard right here. This the main reason I own skateboard. You might fall on your ass. Nigga fell right on his backside with the skateboard in his ass. That right there was not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. Ooh, he might go to the doctor now. Let me see what we got up next. Second video. The grief. This shit, man. Oh, shit, man. That nigga. Oh, I'm trying to jump this shit out high and shit. Now, this last video, man. I'm saying one more time. Let me see niggas jumping up. And now let's get to this. They call this death diving or death some shit. This shit is fucking like insane, bruh. Oh my god. Bro, white folks come up with some crazy ass games, boy. And they coming up like, God, nigga, these niggas jumping off the fucking thing just doing Shrek BX. I wouldn't say it look fun, dog. That ain't if coming out all Brook.
Nah, that look fun, man. That look fun.
Ah, come on, my God.
That's like jumping off a high rock when you go out in the mountain tide and you get that high. You know what I mean?
Shit, dog. I ain't all this.
I mean, I don't know about the belly flopping and stuff. That stuff look like it hurt.
I mean, it's called depth diving, so like you kind of got to do a fucking belly flop, like it's actual competition over in some white folks area or whatever. I don't know where is that over there overseas, but it's a lot of Caucasians over there though.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much the show for the day, you guys. Almost 2 hours in, 2 hours strong. And big ups to my guy Next Up Boxing, man, for coming through, showing support. Always helping me out, man. I really do appreciate it, big dog. Go ahead and give people your social media and your YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely look for Next Up Sports Talk on YouTube. We dropping content daily.
Oh man, my guy just froze on me. Yo, Next Up, you froze on me, man. Yo, unfreeze. Unfreeze, Next Up. Abracadabra, WBA. Abracadabra, WBA.
And entertain you guys, you know what I mean? That's what we're looking to do. Be there. Mike.
Yeah, man. You still there?
Yeah,
man, you froze. Nobody heard nothing you said. Say it again.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there.
Yeah, I just wanted go to my YouTube page, Next Up Sports. That's where we're dropping all the new contents, at least 3 videos a day on all the things sports. We thank Mike, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing some bigger things in the future, so look out for that. We're just going to, you know what I'm saying, make sure we strategize properly. We love this boxing stuff. We love talking boxing. We love you guys coming on here and showing us love. We appreciate it to everybody out there. Mike, it's always love, man. I'll be here as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Let's build and let's grow on this boxing thing.
Absolutely, man. Big ups to my guy Next Up Sports Talk, man. Man, pretty much, man, y'all know about me. Y'all know what I do. Hold on, man. I got shit out wrong. There you go. That's what I need. Y'all know how I get down, and y'all know what I'm about. Catch me. I might come back tonight. I might do something with that Denver Nuggets and Clippers game just to see how that plays out for the first game. We all know we got AB. AB back in the ring. Okay. AB back in there, get some boxing in. Okay. We'll cover that tomorrow then. But yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Y'all stay up, man. Y'all be good. And blessings to everybody out there, man. Until next time. This is Mike on Sports Boxing Talk. Big ups to my guy Next Up, man. Always support. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. I can still smell it. Mark Nash, Michael Cross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss. This is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke support. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kell and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Ross, the boss. Mike on sports, right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Ross, the boss. Mike on sports, he call it how he see it. Either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater? Click the thumbs up. Cash app, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.